This is Pioneer's TS-WX70DA compact self-amplified subwoofer. In this subwoofer we have a 200 watt max amplifier, Class D amplifier built in, two 6.5-inch woofers that are both dual voice coil woofers built in, and the back-loaded horn enclosure design. So let's take a look and we'll show you the other parts that are included in the box. Here you have the wired remote control, and the wired remote control can operate the gain and the crossover frequency to the subwoofer. We also have a button here for phase control, normal or reverse, and the bass mode, which can be the deep bass mode or the dynamic bass mode. And of course, the way you'll connect it to the TS-WX70DA box is through this cable that sort of looks like a computer network cable. Next up, we have the wire harness for the TS-WX70DA, and the yellow wire here is for constant power from the vehicle. The blue and white wire is the remote turn-on lead to connect to your head unit, so the amplifier and subwoofer switches on when your head unit is on. And of course, you have ground here and RCA or speaker level input using the correct adapter. All connects to the TS-WX70DA through a custom plug. Now please note, on the yellow wire or the power wire, you have a fuse on here as well, and that fuse is at 10 amps. And so while you can certainly run this to your battery, to the battery on the vehicle, you certainly don't have to. Anywhere where you can tap power in the vehicle that you can draw a 10 amp max, you can operate the TS-WX70DA subwoofer, and it's very efficient Class D amplifiers from that power source. The TS-WX70DA can be operated from RCA inputs from your head unit or speaker level inputs. So you can use this adapter to hook up to your speakers and then RCA directly into the amp. The TS-WX70DA comes with two mounting belts that wrap the whole way around the amplifier, and then you can mount the belt down to your vehicle. There are two mounting belts. Both of the mounting belts have a quick release snap for removing the subwoofer from your vehicle. This hardware package is for mounting down the mounting belts. You wrap the belts around the subwoofer and mount the belts down. We also include here a small piece of Velcro for the remote control and the owner's manual. Here is the input gain control switch, and you have two settings here, high or low. Use the high setting if you are using RCA inputs directly from a head unit. Use the low setting if you are using speaker level input into the system. Right here you have a beat frequency control that occasionally when you're listening to AM radio, the subwoofer will produce a beat frequency based on AM. If you hear that noise, switch this from the high to the low position. Right here you have a reset button and the power indicator. Here is where you'll plug in the hand controller, and the wire harness from the car will plug in right here. Remember, we only need a 10 amp power supply, so there's no need to run this power all the way out to the battery. You can do it from any power source in the car that can support a 10 amp draw. And this is the port where the sound exits the cabinet and into the vehicle. As you can see, the TS-WX70DA has a fairly large footprint, but the design of the system makes it very flexible in its installation. It's made to go in the back of a vehicle, in the trunk or in the hatch, where you can pile your luggage and other things right on top. It's built of very strong materials that can handle a lot of weight. It can also slide right in behind the seat of your pickup truck. In this drawing, you can see the internal structure of the TS-WX70DA. Here, you have the 200 watt max output Class D amplifier. Here you have the two 6.5-inch dual voice coil subwoofers in the back-loaded horn cabinet. This type of cabinet allows the acoustic wave to develop before it exits the cabinet right here and into the vehicle. On the bottom of the TS-WX70DA, you can see the metal plate over here. The metal plate covers the amplifier and the two 6.5-inch dual voice coil subwoofers. The metal plate, you can see, also has a honeycomb design for great strength and resistance to vibration. And that is Pioneer's TS-WX70DA and what's in the box.